Vasco da Gama, the man who opened the sea route to India, changing the course of history and ushering in an age of global exploration. As one of the most significant explorers of the Age of Discovery, da Gama's voyages linked Europe and Asia by sea, paving the way for a new era of trade and empire. Join us as we delve into the extraordinary life and legacy of Vasco da Gama, the Portuguese navigator who forged a path to the riches of the East. Vasco da Gama was born in 1460 or 1469 in Sines, a small coastal town in Portugal. Coming from a noble family, da Gama was well educated and trained in navigation and mathematics, skills essential for maritime exploration. During this period, Portugal was at the forefront of European exploration, driven by a desire to find new trade routes to Asia. The Portuguese had already made significant progress along the west coast of Africa, but the ultimate goal was to reach India, the source of valuable spices and goods. In 1497, King Manuel I of Portugal chose Vasco da Gama to lead an expedition to find a direct sea route to India. On July 8, 1497, da Gama set sail from Lisbon with 4 ships and a crew of about 170 men, embarking on one of the most ambitious voyages of the Age of Discovery. After navigating the treacherous waters of the Atlantic and rounding the Cape of Good Hope at the southern tip of Africa, da Gama's fleet sailed into the unknown waters of the Indian Ocean. Along the East African coast, da Gama made crucial stops at ports like Mozambique and Mombasa, where he encountered Arab merchants who provided invaluable information about the Indian Ocean trade routes. On May 20, 1498, after nearly a year at sea, Vasco da Gama's fleet arrived at the Indian port of Calicut. Da Gama was the first European to reach India by sea, achieving the goal that had eluded explorers for decades. Da Gama's arrival in India marked a historic moment, but it wasn't without challenges. Initial negotiations with the Zamrin of Calicut, the local ruler, were tense, as the goods da Gama had brought from Europe were not as highly valued as the spices and silks of India. Despite these difficulties, da Gama secured a modest cargo of spices and returned to Portugal as a hero, having established the first direct trade link between Europe and Asia. Da Gama's successful voyage opened the floodgates for Portuguese expansion into the Indian Ocean. In 1502, he returned to India with a fleet of 20 ships, this time with a more aggressive approach to securing Portuguese dominance over the spice trade. His methods were often brutal, but they were effective in establishing Portuguese control over key trade routes and ports in the region. In recognition of his achievements, Vasco da Gama was appointed the Viceroy of India in 1524, but his tenure was short-lived. He died later that year in Cochin, India, leaving behind a legacy that forever altered the course of global history. Vasco da Gama's voyages had a profound impact on global trade and exploration. By opening the sea route to India, he helped establish a Portuguese empire in Asia and shifted the center of European trade from the Mediterranean to the Atlantic. His expeditions also marked the beginning of European colonialism in Asia, with far-reaching consequences that would shape world history for centuries. Today, Vasco da Gama is remembered as one of the greatest navigators in history. His daring voyages not only brought immense wealth to Portugal but also paved the way for future explorations that would connect the world like never before. Vasco da Gama's journey to India was a monumental achievement, one that changed the course of history and expanded the horizons of human knowledge. His story is a testament to the spirit of exploration and the relentless pursuit of discovery. If you enjoyed this exploration of Vasco da Gama's life and legacy, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more deep dives into history's most influential figures. Who would you like to learn about next? Share your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see you in the next video.